Okay, welcome, 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 welcome. Guess what we're having today? Go ahead. Pork chops, some onions, and apples. What are you gonna do with apples? I'll show you. Right now, we're just gonna take these pork chops, bone in, and all we're gonna do is put a little pepper. Okay. A little bit of salt. Flip them over. And we're going to do the same thing. A little bit of salt. And some pepper. And what we're going to do, we're going to brown these. Just a good, just like you're going to fry them all the way through. But we're not going to do that. We're going to cook them roughly around 4 minutes. Let me watch my minute. Let me wash my minute. Roughly about 3 or 4 minutes aside. And then I gotta have some water like here. Roughly quarter cup of water. Okay? And we gotta have it, I'm going to use a little bit of red wine vinegar. You can also use like apple cider vinegar. All depends on what you want to put in it. It's like I said, when you're making your dish, you make your dish, because this calls for like a vinaigrette, but I'm not real fussy about vinaigrette. So they can make theirs, I can make mine. Right? Right. Okay, after you cut your apples up, make sure you put them in cold water. Okay? Because it'll keep them from turning brown. You don't want brown apples. Or, I don't know, you might like brown apples. I had my mouth all geared up for something else, and I can't remember what it was, so we're going with this. Because I do like pork chops. We got some potatoes, and we're going to have some steamed broccoli to go with it. But this is a really simple meal. A couple apples. If you're doing like enough for 4 people, then cut up like 4 apples. 2 people, I just use 2 apples. Oh yeah, that's what we're looking for. And not, oh! Always turn it away, that's why you do that. Slathered my clean shirt. Yeah. Well, you know about that. Okay. We're going to let that go for a few minutes. And then we're going to add, also this, I'm going to throw in a few mushrooms because we like mushrooms. So once we get this all ready to go, and I start putting the apples and the onions and everything in here, and then put the lid on it, that's when we're going to, that's when the cooking starts. And we're going to let this cook until the internal temperature is about 145 on pork chops. You know, you get your probe, you know, you get a little stick, and We need to drain the water before we put those in there. Ta-da! Because it'll go. Yeah. Let's give these a look. Yeah. See there? See that little bit. Okay, now I'm going to add in the onion. Now that. And throw in the apple, mushroom, my hands are wet, a little red wine vinegar, not a whole lot, quarter cup of water, move all this around like that. Oh. And then I'm going to take that lid, just sit right on it like that. And I'll bring you back here in a bit when this internal temp gets to 145 and we'll get to looking at the dimmer. So stick around, I'll be right back. Just like this. Dang it, it didn't work again. I don't know how they do that. Okay, let's give this a look-see. We have steamed veggies, mother's potatoes, okay, this looks delish. But we're going to try it. I'm going to take and make like a bed on the plate here. And take a pork chop, put it on top, and then steamed vegetables. They're the greatest. Steamed veggies. Do you like steamed vegetables? They're pretty good. We have a double boiler and it just works so well. And when you're steaming like broccoli or whatever you're steaming, I throw a little bit of butter on top, and then this way it gives it a little bit of flavor and very little salt on the. That's what I do. Now that is a pork chop with apples and onions with some mushrooms put in there. Well, let's check and see how tender the pork chop is. You see, I cut it with a fork, not a knife, but a fork. Oh, there's a thing on there. Some meat, what do you call it? Bone. Oh my. Oh. A little bit of apple. Nice and tender. And you know, you just can't forget the daggone broccoli. That's good stuff. Yeah, I like that. And it doesn't take long. Really, it don't. The longest part is once you get your pork chops up to the temp, take them from the bottom of the pan and put them on top of the apples and the onions. Let them sit and steam. Okay? And while they're steaming, they're just getting more tender and more tender and more tender. So, get in and make a mellow bahess. Whip up something good. This is a good sit down at the table meal with your family. Hey, get the kids involved. Let them peel the potatoes or something. I know. You know, at 2 years old, they can peel potatoes. They might not have all their fingers when they're done. But, no, not a good idea. No. Wait till they're at least 3. Yeah. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. Make a decent meal, have a sit-down meal, and see where it goes from there. So until next time, America, keep cooking.